Hey guys, Michael here, ChiCityYaker, and today I'm going to share with you my best flasher fly setups for 2024 so far. We are now at the halfway point in the year, beginning of July right now, and I wanted to share with you which flasher fly combinations have been working very, very well for me up to this point. And at the end of the year, I'll hope to do a full review and see if these change, if other ones came into the play, and we'll cover that towards the end of the year. Before we jump into the video though, I get a lot of questions about this product right here and where I store my flashers. So let me tell you about this. I put a video on it a long time ago, so let me go ahead and remind everyone. I found these on Amazon one day and I gave them a shot and I have fell in love with them. They're inexpensive. They're made by Kufa. And again, I'll link to them down below in the description if you want to check them out on Amazon. But they hold, well, there's 6 slots in here and you can put about 2 flashers in each one. They can hold your 8-inch all the way up to 11-inch paddles. They can also hold your stubbies and your double O's. As far as flashers goes, I could put 2 per each slot. So you're looking at a total of 12 flashers in one pouch. And what I really love about these guys is that when you roll them up, look how compact this is. You could tuck it underneath the chair in the kayak or your boat. You could put it behind you in your seat. You could put it in your little crate on the kayak. Even on the boat, it's super easy to store this anywhere because it just folds over like this compared to a flasher box, which takes up a lot more space and you're more limited in where you can jam this into. So check out these guys. You want to store your flashers, and I'll link to them down below. Now, let's get into the flasher fly setups that have been working very, very well for me. The best out of all the ones that I have here up to this point in the year. So we're going to start off with my Spin Doctor 8-inch blue bubble. This blue bubble has been paired up with a double Aqua fly, and it has been smoking coho since early spring. Oddly enough, these coho this year were really into bigger presentations really quickly. Normally you don't see that until the summer period. The spring coho, sure, they were eating double O Dodgers and stubby Dodgers. You put a 8-inch flasher down there with blue on it, like this blue bubble, I was killing them in the spring, and it's been consistent even now coming into the summer period with the blue bubble. As far as where I've been working this in the water column, 40 to 70 down has been a sweet spot where it's been most productive. And right now in the summer period where we got a thermocline, I've actually been fishing it out of temp just above in the warmer water, slightly warmer. We're talking about like 55 to upper 50s temps in the water column, or down in the water column. If you have a probe, you can tell where that is. And it's still been taking big coho, man, 8-9 pound coho. So blue bubble has been just chef's kiss doing the good Lord's work for me out on Lake Michigan. And that's with a double Aqua Howie fly on top of that one. Now, if you are looking for a fly, many brands have similar color schemes. They might call it a little something different, but if you're familiar with a double Aqua from Howie, find something in that color and get to work. And I'll also link to all these products down below where you can grab it on Lake Michigan Angler. There's plenty of stuff, inventory in there now for you to grab it. Moving along, another one that did well for me that was new to me as well. I've been trying this new brand from Mr. Chrome. They're out in Michigan, husband and wife couple that own it. And they make some really good looking products, and I wanted to give this one a shot. I thought this looked fantastic. This is called Hilstrom. You've got green and blue spray paint like blotches along with the black dots on a UV finish on the back. All right, we've got the silver on here. I actually added this. It's just a plain white, so I like to add a little silver on the back of my whiteboards. And this guy has been doing very good as well. I've also fished it with the double Aqua, and in the early spring, coho, we're taking it down. I actually haven't fished it in the last few weeks, but I got to get it down there. But this has been actually a good performer all throughout the spring until the early transition. And so I got to get it back out in the water, to be honest with you. But I'm really impressed with that. Good looking flasher for sure from Mr. Chrome. All right. Next, let's talk about this big boy right here. It's another Spin Doctor. One of my favorites of all time is just a white double crush. I know it doesn't look super exciting or like there's much to it, but this is a great flasher. I like running the 10-inch. I do also fish the 8-inch, and I've got a white fly. This guy lives with the white fly 100% all the time. And this is just a Howie white fly, so you get a comparable white fly from whatever brand that you are into. Tie this guy on there and put this down. I like to fish this one down a little bit deeper since it is a 10-inch blade, somewhere in the 60 to 80 range. That's where it's been performing best for me out on the boat and on the kayak as well. In the days where I'm out there in the kayak, it's been pretty consistent, especially early morning when it's still dark out there up until the light comes up. and then at sunset, when the light goes down, when you lose all that light, there's kind of just gleaming over the horizon, is when it really, I mean, it catches fish throughout the day, don't get me wrong, but it really excelled in that low light period because of the tape glows. So just give it a quick little shine and put it down there and fish this guy. It's been really performing well for me up to this point in the year, and I suspect that it's going to continue on for the rest of the year. All right, moving along. A simple, I believe it's a stinger. No, I think this is a salmon candy. It's either a stinger or salmon candy, I can't remember, but many brands make the chrome frog, and this guy has been very good as well. Chrome frog, I've been pairing this up with, let's see, I've had bullfrog on it from Howie and green crinkle. And it doesn't matter which one of those two flies, this flasher itself has just been doing really good. Fishing it off of my torpedo line, about 40 down or so has been a sweet spot where it's been most consistent for me. And then on a boat, when I am fishing on a boat with some buddies, on the wire dipsy, anywhere from 80 out to 125 has been a sweet spot for this guy right here, and it's been doing well. And it should continue to work as well. It's just a staple flasher color right there, all right? Now moving on to another one that's new to me, and up until this point in my salmon fishing career, I never used green boards. I just never did, and some guys really love them. Other folks, you know, are indifferent. Most of my flashers have been white boards or chrome, right? That's all I ever really fished with. And I wanted to give this guy a shot because I thought it was a very interesting color pattern. This is another Mr. Chrome flasher. And this one's called Kingfest, I believe is the name of it. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's called Kingfest. Anyway, got a green board, you've got a blue bubble tape on one side, you've got the chartreuse ladder back, you got like a crushed translucent tape on the other side, you've got the UV on the back here on a green board. And this guy, he made me a believer with this one. We were out on a couple of trips, and I told the guy in the boat I was with, I was like, you know what, let me give this guy a shot. It was a little slow. Let me put this down there. Not even a minute later, it goes off, and it went off like 3 or 4 more times, like back to back to back. Like we were all in the boat like, okay, this is gonna go into the good pile, right? It performed really well. And not just on that one trip, but it was the trip right after that. A few days later, we went back out. We're fishing deep into 240 depths out there. And took a big steelhead off the downrigger. Now this guy's been paired with a green crinkle. Green crinkle seems to have been performing the best with this. I did try other flies, but for some reason the green crinkle is what it just took all the fish with this guy. Maybe there's something to it, I don't really know. Could be coincidence, but this is another one I'd say it's worth checking out, and at least it's been working for me up to this point, very consistent since the summer started through now. So about a month now of fishing. It's been really good for me, and it made me a believer in green boards. There is one more flasher I want to mention before I get to the number one flasher for me for this year so far, and I don't have it with me because it's back on my kayak, and my kayak's up north right now. But it was a custom spin doctor that Lake Michigan Angler made. It was a orange flasher with chartreuse dots all over it, UV. That guy was absolutely obliterating the coho from the spring all the way to the beginning of summer. I haven't fished it since, but I probably should because I don't see why it wouldn't continue to bang out big fish for sure, especially with those coho. They're super attracted to that one. That was a stud, absolute stud of a flasher for me. All early spring, late spring, and right at the beginning of summer when I stopped fishing it and I went to some of these other flashers. Now, let me get to the one that has been, oh my God, just phenomenal. And prior to this year, it never worked for me. I had it, people raved about it up north. I'm talking about like Milwaukee on north. Always talked about this flasher from Salmon Candy, and I tried to give it a try. A couple of my buddies as well in the area would always soak it. Nothing. For whatever reason, this year is its year for us down in our area here in the northern Illinois, southern Wisconsin area. That is the white Megatron from Salmon Candy. Oh my God, when I tell you this guy has been smoking hot for cohos and kings. I just caught an 18-pounder last night, king, on this guy. I've caught 8, 9, 10-pound coho on this guy. In the last 2 weeks, it's been out fishing every other flasher. It's not even close. Yesterday on our trip, this guy went off 4 times before on the port side where I set up all the rods versus my buddy side where like that dipsy didn't go off. And I've had it paired here with a green crinkle fly as well, and it's just been obliterated. The fly is already missing so much tinsel on it from getting chomped on, and I'm gonna keep on fishing it. You do not change the flies out. If they're getting hit, you fish it till there's like one little strand of tinsel left on it. But the Salmon Candy Megatron finally got it to go, and it's been working amazingly good for me up to this point in the year. They also make the chrome one. We didn't even put the chrome one out yet. The white one's been so good that's what we've been fishing on. And if there's one common theme I have noticed up to this point in the year for 2024, as far as colors go, stuff that has blue on it has been really very good from the very beginning of the year. Coho fishing in the spring, stuff with blues. You notice blue bubble. You notice there's blue bubble tape on half of this side right here. You look at the Mr. Chrome Hilstrom, you've got blue dots on here, blue hues. Obviously, this got blue. The only exceptions are going to be the Chrome Frog and then just the all-white Spin Doctor right here. But blues have seemed, for whatever reason, this year to be the color of choice for a lot of these fish right now. If you're having that experience, let me know down below. Let me know if some of these flashers, if you fished them and if they were working as good for you as they have for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll keep you guys updated on the channel. Make sure to like, subscribe. Check out the Patreon as well. You know, you can join as a free member. I share more tips, in-depth things that I don't normally share in the public on my Patreon. And if you do choose to support, which is a great way to help continue to support the channel, as you all know, buying these things and making the trips for gas is expensive, and all the revenue that comes with it just gets reinvested into the channel to allow me to go do the trips and get the products to do all this stuff with, and then give you the reports and give you guys the tips and what's working for me in the hopes that it helps you as well. So check out the Patreon. It's a great way to support as well. All right, that's it, guys. Talk to you soon.